a Russian attack could come any day now. Well, today might be that day, and we hope that's not the case, which is why we continue to exhaust every possible diplomatic option here going forward. The president once again yesterday saying he's willing to sit down and talk to Mr. Putin about a peaceful way forward here, obviously assuming there's no invasion. So diplomacy is still possible, even though we know that time is running short. We're still going to exhaust every possibility. Well, look, if he goes in big, which is certainly an option available to him, with conventional ground forces preceded by air and missile assaults in advance, this is going to be bloody. I mean, this is not a military that is known for respecting innocent civilian life. It's not a military that necessarily ascribes to the law of armed conflict and doesn't really care about the kinds of casualties that it incurs. So we would expect that you could see significant casualties on the ground in Ukraine. I think you'll also see Russian casualties as well, and he's going to have to answer to his own people for the dead and wounded Russian soldiers that he's going to be sending back to Russia. You've heard the president talk about this. We're examining very severe economic consequences, sanctions the likes of which have not been perpetrated on Russia or their economy, and those remain available to us. And it's not just the United States, John. Other nations are thinking about doing the same kind of thing. And then in terms of NATO, we just got back from Europe this weekend, and we are continuing to look at ways we can bolster our NATO allies to add to their defensive capabilities. I would not be surprised. I mean, certainly we have the capability if we want to add more forces to some of these NATO allies. This was an active topic of discussion when the Secretary was in Europe. We're certainly going to do whatever we can, as the President said, to be able to defend every inch of NATO territory. Our commitment to that alliance, to collective security, is ironclad. Yeah, look, here's the thing about a deterrent implement like sanctions. If you pull that trigger before the action takes place, then you've absolutely reduced any possibility that it's going to be deterrent. If you punish somebody for something they haven't done yet, well, they might as well just go ahead and do it. So these are going to be very severe economic consequences. Mr. Putin knows what we're thinking about. They will have a dramatic impact on his ability to fund his own country, and it will cause a great disruption, not only to him and to his oligarchs, but to the Russian people. And again, John, no reason for us to go down this path. He can do the right thing by finding a diplomatic path forward.